Hello, my dear students. In the last lecture, I have discussed the RLC parallel circuit with phasor diagram. Today, I am starting 13th lecture of course on basic electrical engineering. Now, in the present lecture, I am going to introduce AC power circuit. The contents are power triangles, power factor, concept of resonance, power in AC circuit. Power triangle. AC circuits which contains resistance and capacitance or resistance and inductance or both. Also contain real power and reactive power. So in order for us to calculate the total power consumed, we need to know the phase difference between the sinusoidal waveforms of the voltage and current. In an AC circuit, the voltage and current waveforms are sinusoidal, so their amplitude are constantly changing over time. Since we know that power is voltage times the current, P equal to V into I. Maximum power will occur when the two voltage and current waveforms are lined up with each other or voltage and current to be in phase. The three main components in an AC circuit which can affect the relationship between the voltage and current waveforms are the resistor, capacitor and inductor. The impedance Z of an AC circuit is equivalent to the resistance calculated in DC circuit with impedance given in ohms. The geometric relationship between resistance, reactance and impedance can be represented visually as in lecture 11 by the use of an impedance triangle and shown in figure. Z square equal to R square plus X square. Angle is phi. So R equal to Z cos phi and X equal to Z sin phi. So cos phi equal to R by Z, sin phi equal to X by Z, tan phi equal to X by R. Now that impedance, which is the vector sum of the resistance and reactance. Ohm's law tells us that in a DC circuit, power in watts is equal to the current square times the resistance. So we can multiply the three sides of our impedance triangle from figure 1 by I square to obtain corresponding power triangle. So real power is I square R in watt and reactive power is Q, I square X, and apparent power is I square Z. Now we are going to discuss above power components in details and we are starting with real power in AC circuit. It is also known as true or active power. Perform the real work within an electrical circuit. To find the corresponding value of the real power, the RMS voltage and current values are multiplied by cosine of the phase angle between current and voltage. So P equal to I square R V into I cos phi. Q equal to I square X V I sin phi and S is the I square Z V into I. So from power triangle, this is the P and this is Q and this is S. So S equal to root over P square plus Q square. The next is reactive power in AC circuit. Sometimes it is called wattless power. It is the power consumed in an AC circuit that does not perform any useful work but has a big effect on the phase shift between the voltage and current waveform. reactive power is linked to the reactance produced by inductors and capacitor and counteracts the effect of real power. Reactive power does not exist in DC circuit. To find the reactive power, the RMS voltage and currents are multiplied by the sine of the phase angle. The third one is apparent power in AC circuit. We have seen the real power is dissipated by resistance and that the reactive power is supplied to a reactance. As a result of this, current and voltage waveform are not in phase due to the difference between a circuit resistive and reactive components. Then there is a mathematical relation between real power and this reactive power Q called the complex power. The product of RMS voltage applied to an AC circuit, the RMS current I flowing into that the circuit is called volt ampere product, VA. Given the symbol is S. So I square Z V into I. As apparent power is made up of two parts, resistive power which is in phase power and reactive power which is in the out of phase power. We can show that vector addition of these two power components in the form of power triangle. A power triangle has four parts, P, Q, S and phi. So this is P real power, this is reactive power Q and this S is apparent power. So S equal to root over P square plus Q square. Power factor in AC circuit. Power factor is defined as the ratio of real power to apparent power. So real power is Vrms into Irms cos phi and this is apparent power is Vi. So this is cos phi. So power factor is cos phi. Now that it does not matter whether the phase angle is the difference of the current with the respect to the voltage or the voltage with respect to the current. In case of purely resistive circuit, then this phi is 0 because current and voltage there is no phase angle difference. So power factor is 1. An inductive circuit wherein the current lags the voltage is said to be have lagging power factor, and a capacitive circuit where the current lead to the voltage is said to have a leading power factor. So I will introduce resonance of the circuit. Consider the simple RLC series circuit. Recall the equation of impedance of RLC series circuit where XL is omega L and XC is 1 by omega C and omega is equal to 2 pi F where F is the frequency. Both XL and XC are function of frequency or angular speed omega. When XL equal to XC, at which this occurs is called the resonant frequency of the circuit. And as we are analyze a series RLC circuit, this resonance frequency produce a series resonance. Series resonance circuit are one of the most important circuit used electrical and electronic circuit. They can be found in various forms such as in AC mains, filters, noise filters and also in radio and television tuning circuit, producing a very selective tuning circuit for the receiving of the different frequency channels. So when XL greater than XC, so this is inductive nature. When XC greater than XL, so this is capacitive nature. But when XL equal to XC, so this is called the resonance. In series circuit, find the resonance frequency F, then calculate it. So XL equal to write down 2 pi FL and XC equal to write down 1 by 2 pi FC. Then from this equation calculate F. So F equal to 1 by 2 pi root over of LC. This is the resonance frequency. So the total impedance of the RLC series circuit becomes just the value of resistance, and therefore Z equal to R. Power in AC circuit. In an AC circuit, the instantaneous values of voltage, current, and therefore power are constantly changing, being influenced by the supply. Circuit average power consumption will be the average of the instantaneous power over one full cycle. Let us assume that the waveform of the voltage and current are both sinusoidal. So V equal to Vm sin omega t plus phi V and I equal to Im sin omega t plus phi I. So power equal to V into I, then multiply, then put this value, then we get power equal to Vm into Im by 2 cos theta minus cos 2 omega t plus theta t minus theta V, where consider theta I minus theta V equal to theta. Then RMS value equal to Vm by root 2. Then we can write V into I cos theta minus this value. So this part is very minimum, so neglected. Then power in AC circuit equal to Vi cos theta. AC power in a purely resistive circuit. For purely resistive circuit, voltage and current are in phase. That is, both waveforms reach their peak values at the same time and also pass through zero at the same time, and theta equal to 0. So this is voltage waveform and this is current waveform. This is the starting point and this is the maximum are same times. This is 0 and phase angle is 0. The power equation above the reduce down to P equal to Vi. Therefore, the power at any instant can be found by multiplying together the total waveform to give the volt ampere product as shown in figure 1. So these two are multiplied, then we get this is the resultant power, and this point is 0 and these two are multiplied. So this total magnitude are minus. So multiply, then we get this positive value of power. AC power in a purely inductive circuit. Therefore, the real electric power is stored by a pure inductor. Say Vi cos phi. Cos phi equal to 90 degree. So cos 90 is 0. That means power equal to 0 watt. Clearly then, a pure inductor does not consume or dissipated any real or true power. But as we have both voltage and current, the use of cos theta in the expression P equal to Vi cos theta for a pure inductor is no longer valid. The product of the current and voltage in this case is imaginary power, commonly called reactive power. So Q measured in volt amperes reactive. Then Q equal to V into I sin theta. Theta is 90. So this value is V into I into 1. So Q equal to V into I because sin 90 is 1. It is therefore the product of the applied voltage and component part of the current which is 90 degree out of phase with the voltage as shown in figure 2. At that point, this is VL and this is IL. Multiply and this one is positive, this is negative. Then the result is negative. Similarly, this is 0 and this one is, both are positive. Then multiply, we get this value is positive. Then draw the power waveform. AC power in a purely capacitive circuit. The phase difference between voltage and current is minus 90 degrees. So the reactive power is QC equal to VI sin phi. So sin minus 90 degree, then answer is minus 1. So QC equal to minus VI. It is therefore the product of the applied voltage and the component of part of the current which is 90 degree out of phase with the voltage as shown in figure 3. Here this current and voltage are multiplied, then this power, and similarly this side is positive voltage but this is negative voltage, then this multiply and then we get this negative power. Similarly this is positive power. Then draw the power waveform for a pure capacitive circuit. Fourteenth lecture is coming soon on numerical solution problem of RLC series and parallel circuit. Please follow the lecture. Thank you.